This is why I'm a defiant motherfucker and you love me. This jam called Stranglehold that I had never played. I mean, that whole solo was like, what the fuck is that? Those notes don't belong there. Perfect. So they had an intervention. And all of a sudden I realized this meeting was about me. They went, you know, Ted, Stranglehold's awesome, but I don't think anybody wants to hear a jam with a long guitar solo anymore. And I'm sitting there going, okay, anybody else got a comment? So we're in there playing it, and Cliff and Rob, everybody does a great job. But I had a Birdland through a Fender to do a rhythm track, you know, the whole... Out of nowhere, I had never done it before. I went. And that was magic. Those holes belong there. Those openings. So I had to go back and learn that solo because it was so defined. It was like a vocal.
Yeah, so iconic.
When I opened up for Mitch Ryder before they changed the name, Jimmy McCarty, Earl Elliott on bass playing a Rickenbacker with black silk gloves through a B18, Ampeg B18, Joe Kubrick Red 335 through a Fender Twin, and Jimmy McCarty playing a Birdland through a Fender Twin, and Johnny Bonangic on drums, and Billy Lee on lead vocals destroying 12 tambourines per song. And all of a sudden, Jimmy went, he didn't do it quite like this, but you know what Bonangic does. So all of a sudden, I never played a song in F before. And I watch him go. C.C. Ryder, come on, see, baby, what you have done now. Oh, C.C. Ryder, come on, see, baby, what you have done now. Ah, you made me love you. Nah, your man has come. Oh, I'm going with my baby, and I won't be. Oh, I'm going with my baby, and I won't be back before her. And if I find me a new love, I won't be back at all. Jenny, oh Jenny, won't you come along with me? Jenny, oh Jenny, won't you come along with me? Jenny, oh Jenny, I'll feel like a baby all about the misery. Jenny, oh Jenny, I'll spin like a spinning top. Spin, I'll spin like a spinning top. Spin, you gotta feel like a baby, all you gotta feel is love. But that whole chicka thing.
Okay, so Ted, what am I in for today for a rock and roll road trip? You think we can squeeze all this into one trip?
Not a prayer.
Not a prayer?
Not a prayer. It's going to go into uncharted territory. You've heard about the road less traveled. This is the non-road never traveled, and you, Sammy Hagar, are going to break it open with me.
Oh, boy.
I know you love horsepower.
Yes, I do.
So we'll do the horsepower.
I'm behind the wheel. I like it a lot better than shotgun, but okay.
Well, we'll put some
I'll suck it up.
I'll
suck it up.
And then I got, you know, from horsepower to the mystical flight of the arrow. Did you read that piece?
I certainly did. I want to sit down and talk about that. Not at 500
but we're gonna shoot some
horsepower.
Arrows, so I want to turn you into the mystical flight.
Well, yeah, because
And then we might cook some sacred flesh that I harvested just for you.
I'd be down with that. I'm totally down with that.
Venison. And then we're going to play some guitar and bass and rock and roll and get Vic. Vic is with us, right? I ain't playing it, Vic ain't here.
Big Johnson's in the house! Oh, excuse me.
Because I'm.
Ted, this is so awesome because you're the only guy I've ever interviewed that I don't have to say shit.
Was that an interview?
Yeah.
I got a fire-breathing Ford Bronco from 1974 that Roush Yates put 500 horsepower in. It gets exactly 800 yards to the gallon, and I thought we'd go explore where Sacagawea wouldn't have been allowed to go.
Look at this thing. This is so beautiful. This is retro. This
is like Motor City.
This is Ford at its best right here.
Iron right
Oh,
here. I'll take you into uncharted territory.
Come on, Ted. Don't kill me. I'm valuable.
I love you too much, Sam. I'd never hurt you.
And plus,
I love me even more.
And this is badass, man. I love this car.
I'll be gentle.
Call this motherfucker the Motor City Madman for known reasons.
You can't do that in a Maserati.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir, you cannot. Whoa. There he goes.
Almost.
We're free.
Almost.
We're free.
Free.
That would have been
We
a
were
black
up
mark.
to the axles, you know that, don't
Oh,
you?
I know where we were. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Sounds like I just dropped it. It sounds like I dropped the transfer case.
Uh-oh. Is it make it up there, Ted?
No, it's not. We're gonna have to take a look.
Uh-oh.
I think I dropped the transfer case.
I got it. And he said he was going to take it easy on me.
Believe me, that was almost pussified, that was.
I just want to say two things. Now I know why they call him the Motor City Madman, okay? It ain't bullshit. Damn!
Sammy, do you feel the love?
Hey! Come on, show me how to shoot a bow, will you?
You want to
This is
shoot?
the
I want to
Archery
see.
goddess right here.
Yeah.
Well, I've learned from the best.
Oh! Woo-hoo! Wow.
But archery is about form and grace and stealth and oneness with the path of your life.
Man, you almost split the arrow.
Robin Hood.
Oh my God.
That's my girl.
Oh my God. Come
She
on,
made
stop
Queen of the
it.
Forest.
Stop. I gotta take a close look. Look how close that is. Unbelievable. Wow.
And this designates the vitals of a big game animal, so you kill them cleanly and humanely. You want to just touch one off?
Yeah,
You
I
wanna
do.
Just touch one off.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
And look at that spot and let her go.
Get
at that guy.
out. That's awesome.
That's bow and arrow.
Well, it wasn't in the kill spot, so.
That's the first
That
time.
was
Wow.
good form.
Wow.
You've shot before, haven't
Wow.
you? So it's the mystical flight of the arrow. There you go. That's the stuff.
great.
Wow. Pretty close to my other one. I got the target this time. I mean, I got in the range.
That's awesome. You pull back to as far as you can feel it, and you let it roll off the fingers. Great shot. That was awesome. But if you shot an arrow, that's all we're here
Good job,
for.
honey.
Can I
But
have
it
a
bounced
try
off.
mine?
We're not gonna eat tonight. It bounced off.
She'll never.
Look at that! That's bad. No, it's out of sight.
Stump.
Fantastic.
awesome.
Okay,
Good for
come on.
you.
I call it the mystical flight of the arrow, the physics of spirituality. When you're at full draw, I'm telling you, the world goes away. I knew John Belushi, I knew Bon Scott, I knew Keith Moon, I knew Jimi Hendrix, and they all were desperate. We're all desperate to get the sonic outrage away for a brief time in between music. And archery, I say, cleanses the soul. I escape, especially my music, the insanity and the intensity of my music. If I didn't have this, I'd have killed you by now. I mean, you wouldn't have opened up for me. I'd have sacrificed at the
You
altar.
probably wouldn't be here, Ted, like a lot of those
I think
other
so.
guys. Yeah, yeah. Never mind, Ted. He'll try to do this for the rest of the damn day. I need to go in and talk to him about what he really does, and that's play music, okay? That's why I love Ted. That's how I met Ted, and that's what we're going to dig into now. Let's find out what he's all about musically. Excuse me, sir. Can I use you for a couple minutes?
You can.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about music.
Music.
The thing that got us into this whole thing to
One of
begin
my
with.
favorite things
How did
in
we
life.
ever start doing this without music? You'd have never owned this ranch without music.
Right.
You would never have all these trucks and all this.
Music
You
made
would
me
never
do
be
it.
married to that beautiful woman without your damn
I don't
music.
know about that.
Hey, the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar here. Welcome to another rock and roll road trip. Now, this afternoon I've been spending the day at a friend's house, a guy I've known since about 1976. Known about him before that, but finally got to be friends. The guy has never changed. The one and only Mr. Ted Nugent.
Sammy, you deserve me.
Oh, sorry, Ted. I didn't realize you were right
Here
next
I am,
to me.
my-
I wouldn't have said such nice things about you
My
if I'd known you.
spirit preempts the entrance, man. So I'm so glad that you're here. We are so proud of our American dream, the wildlife and the wild ground and the horsepower and the ballistics and the beautiful women. So I'm more than happy to share that with you.
Well, thank you, Ted. And I learned something today about you, as long as I've known you, that I really, you know, I always saw you in a professional manner. You'd come to my shows, I'd come to your shows. We did shows together many times.
A lot of rock and roll.
So when you're in that environment, people act a certain way. But I saw you today and acting exactly the same way. But the thing that I noticed more than anything is how happy you are. You seem so content and so happy. And I've interviewed every damn rock star. I've been around every rock star on the planet, and a lot of people aren't happy. Why are you so happy?
I got to tell you, one of the reasons I'm happy and I feel gratified and satisfied and my family's wonderful, God, family, country, rock and roll, freedom, is because I've been clean and sober for 71 years. When you respect your sacred temple, when I was growing up, this was called a sacred temple, and you just don't poison sacred temples.
First time I opened for you, I think it was 77.
Right.
And it was the beginning of a tour for me for an album. And I had never seen you live. I knew who you were, of course. We all knew who Ted Nugent is back then. You come out, and I'm on side stage, and I'm going, holy shit, you guys, you just come running on stage with your 10 twins on 10.
Yeah.
This crazy bird.
Howling noises.
Jumping on anything and everything. The speakers, the side fills, out over the thing, over the drum riser, out over the thing, and just running all over, hitting all these big crazy chords, and the band just crescendoing with you, and then all of a sudden it just...
And then I scream.
Yeah, and then to get us, and you did a sound check on, you know, for your opening song, and God's truth. I stole that from you, and I still do it today. I don't run and jump off of things anymore.
You hurt
but
yourself.
my band, I don't like to do sound checks. That must make you feel good that you influence so
It
many
does.
people, because you've influenced more people than you probably get credit for.
Well, I communicate with musicians when I'm on tour a lot. And I have some friends in the industry, you and the guys in Aerosmith and a lot of different musical friends. But I'm a hardcore hunting guy. And during the hunting season, it's early to bed and early to rise. So I'm not a very gregarious guy outside of the different charity work I do. I stay home and I hunt pretty much every day. There's the rock and roll firestorm, and then there's the spiritual, sacred season of harvest, and they really augment each other.
Do you ever feel that you don't get enough credit for your spirituality and what you do for nature and what you do for this country and all that stuff? Do you ever feel like you get a little bit blacklisted in certain realms of life because of your outgoing, you know, madness?
It doesn't bother me as an individual. It bothers me as a human that other humans are that dishonest to not admit what they know is true about me. I don't need any outside acknowledgement because, quite honest, Sammy, when I get in here and play my guitar licks, I know I'm a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I know you feel good about yourself,
I feel
Ted.
real good about my guitar.
Who do you love, Ted? Who, besides your wife and your
Who
family?
do you love?
Yeah, exactly.
28 miles of barbed wire.
I mean, you know, another artist, a writer.
I love people who put their heart and soul into any endeavor.
And who is that? Or somebody you've never met? Who's someone that you idolized your whole life and never met?
I never met James Brown, and he had such a powerful imprint on my overall work ethic, dedication to musical authority, not just the songs and the licks, but musical authority. even though I didn't meet him, I feel like he's in me. I feel like if I played I Feel Good right now, I could play those horns. Boom, I can play those horn parts perfectly.
Who's the greatest musician you think in rock? Who before and now and era? Who's the man to you?
You know, I know what that question means, but because music is so diverse, if I wanted just pure grunt, just pure sensual grind, I would give it to Keith Richards.
I love Keith. No, come on, Keith.
I love Keith
He's the
Richards.
most true musician,
Yes.
rock star. He's 24/7.
He must have been drunk on every recording because the slur,
Well,
but he's in control.
that's what we hear anyway.
It's a controlled, sly, nasty, primal burp, and I love that stuff. But then when it comes to other type of music, I mean, I'm in awe of everything the Beatles did.
Yeah, of course.
How they could do that at those teenage years is nothing short of a miracle.
Okay, well, what if James Brown, he's your man, you never met him. What if James was sitting here right now in my seat? What would you say to James right now?
Thank you, James. Thank you for the imprint. Thank you for pursuing that level of excellence. If it wasn't for James Brown, we wouldn't be as tight as we are. We wouldn't have demanded the rhythm that we demanded.
You can only have one of these things.
Now,
you know
see,
the answer. It's
you're
called
not
this or
going to
that.
get that out of me, but go for it.
You're not a Libra, you're a Sagittarius. That's where you're so good with the bow, by the way.
I don't believe in any of that shit, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Okay, how about a hollow body or a solid body?
Oh, come on. Hollow body
Dude, I
all
know.
the
Okay,
way.
there
The
you
Gibson Birdland, the mighty Gibson Birdland.
When I play it, it sounds like shit. Okay, a gun or a bow and arrow? Just
I got to have both. But if,
No, you don't.
if some mystical
What? Yes,
power
there you
came
go.
down, I'd
There
take
you
the
go.
gun. I'd take my gun.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or now?
Now.
Boom.
Now.
See, I knew that one, folks. I knew it. Okay, there's-
Because all those other years have accumulated into this beast of today.
I'm with
Again,
you.
for
I'm
me
with
to
you.
have the best tour in 2019 is a miracle, and I perform miracles.
Right on. I'm with you. Okay, one more thing. Sam or Dave?
Get the fuck. Sam all the way. Are you kidding me? Not even close. And I love Dave. I love Dave. I love, what's the guy from the old Black Oak? Jim Dan. I love Jim Dandy. I love all those guys. But next to Sammy Hagar, not even